Okay, so I had a follow-up question regarding my video yesterday, and I'm just going to post a response. So the question is how should I be surrendering, or why should I be surrendering into emotions that don't make me feel good when I'm supposed to be thinking good about myself and feeling good about myself? Why should I surrender into emotions that don't make me feel good about myself? So, what I want to offer you first is that emotions don't make you feel good or bad about yourself. What do you mean, right? Because, like, if I feel embarrassed, then wouldn't that mean that I'm not feeling good about myself? No. That's actually exactly my point, is that you inside yourself are whole and complete. We just have emotions. What makes you feel bad about yourself is the thoughts about the emotions. So if you feel embarrassed and you think, there's something wrong with me, I shouldn't have done that, what a fool I am, what an idiot, what a whatever, right? So when we curse ourselves out because we have an emotion that doesn't feel good, that's when we don't feel good about ourselves. That is that is um, that is not the same as allowing the emotion to be there because it's there anyway. An emotion is actually neutral. The ones that make us feel good, the ones that make us feel bad, they're just emotions. Like they are not the yeah, like they're not the things that make us feel good or bad. They have their, some are pleasant and some are unpleasant, some are painful and some are happy, right? But what we associate with ourselves as a result of having the emotion is a reflection on how we're talking about ourselves and how we feel about ourselves. So when I mean surrendering into the emotion, that's not about letting the emotion overtake you and then you become more depressed or more sad or more anxious. That's exactly not what I'm saying. What I'm offering is that you have the emotion anyway. Like no matter what happens, like we're gonna have emotions, and because we're humans, we're gonna have emotions that feel good and we're gonna have emotions that feel bad. Whatever it is that we're experiencing, the good or bad emotions, it doesn't affect our worthiness as a human. It doesn't affect how whole we are on the inside. Now, because of certain, of survival skills that we have learned over the years, especially when we're growing up, we have certain survival skills. And those survival skills really kick in when we start feeling emotions that are very uncomfortable. Because when we're little and we feel anxious, or when we're little and we feel scared and there's nobody to help us, actually, maybe even the people that are supposed to be protecting us are actually hurting us, right? So, no, my arm's getting tired today. Anyway, so our brain learns how to cope with that level of pain by either turning it on yourself. That's why it's very painful. And as a child, we do make things, mean things about ourselves. That's why healing is actually so important. So that way we could undo some of this patterning and some of this stories that we've built up in association to really negative feelings. But there is a way in emotional adulthood on how we could just feel the emotion, like feel sad, and not make it mean something about your worthiness or about you inherently. It just means that you're having an experience, you're having an emotion. And what I have found is like that's actually how we grow. We allow whatever the emotion is. It's like I just want it to be able to move through my body. So that's what I would mean when I say surrendering into the emotion. It's not surrendering your life force energy and allowing this emotion to overtake you and to feel terrible and depressed. That's not at all. You're actually just watching the emotion come up and move through you so that way you could get to the other side of it. So the other day I was feeling very bad. Somebody said something to me. It was a really hard experience, and I just realized how sad I was about it, and I had to like allow the part of me that didn't feel good about the interaction. I had to allow the sadness. I just allowed that. That's it. I just allowed the sadness. And I was like, oh, this is the part where I get sad. But I didn't make it mean something about me inherently, except actually is to give myself even some compassion for feeling sad. It's not easy to feel sad like that. It's not easy to have interactions like that. So anyway, I hope that answers the question. If you have any more questions, let me know. Or any more topics that you would like my 2 cents on. 3 cents, sometimes I give 3 cents when I'm walking down Kingston Avenue. Okay, make it a great day.